What's going on YouTube? We back again. We definitely back again. Today's topic is going to be tip of the day. Tip of the day is going to be about medical records. The importance of retrieving your medical records possibly before you leave service or even after you leave service as a veteran. Your medical records are a very important thing that can help you with your VA claim and just any future doctor's appointments you have. It's also important to make sure you get everything documented. I know sometimes we want to be supermen or superwomen and not document everything, but every ache and ailment that happens, it should definitely be documented so it can help you when you get out or as you get older. Because as you get older, things start to hurt more, things start to ache more. You might have some back problems, you might have this, you might have that. So again, documentation, documentation, documentation. If it never was documented, pretty much never happened. So please ensure that you get everything documented, from a headache to you hurting your knee to your back hurting to anything. Please, documentation. The more documentation you have, the better. Yeah, documentation.
Yeah, to add on to what Sid is saying, he's harping on the fact that anything that occurs on active duty, especially for those who are thinking of getting out, make sure you see your provider about that. And even for those who are veterans who already are out, request your medical records if you have never received them before you got out. This is a very, very important issue because a lot of veterans get out and experience medical problems and they don't have the means to get help and get treatment. And some of these things could have been service connected, and if they are service connected, you get that benefit of being seen at the VA and not have to worry about finding insurance that'll cover you for that, those illnesses, those issues that occur while you're on active duty. So make sure, for those who are active duty, any injuries that you sustain, document it. So when you get out, as Sid said, down the line, it may not affect you right away, but they may affect you years, you know. So very important to document any illnesses, any injuries that you sustain, and on your way out, request those medical records, because that is your Bible in terms of health treatment and getting those benefits from the Veterans Affairs. And that's exactly what the Veterans Affairs was created, is to help veterans who sustain these injuries, who are getting out and, you know, getting out with certain conditions, and they are helping those veterans get treatment for those conditions. I mean, I think, as the most important thing is document and then request those medical records on your way out. It will be a lifesaver for you. I mean, how do you feel about that, being a veteran?
Well, oftentimes life-changing events happen right after we get out of the military, and your medical records will help create, I guess, a continuity of care, because oftentimes we're not able to link things that have happened to us in the military to what's going on at this moment. So it's important to get those medical records so the doctor can review what's going on, possibly be able to make the determinations of what medications or what procedures that you've had in the past that have helped this problem. Also, some things that have happened in the past could have affected what's going on now. And a lot of times when we do this, we get out and we don't understand that it may be a little difficult to get those medical records after we leave. The National Archives is a location that we keep a lot of our medical records, but that can be a tedious process given the amount of veterans that we have had and the ones that are getting out. So it's important for you to take advantage of any opportunities you have while you're in the military. I know oftentimes we're rushing to take care of things, but nothing's more important than your health.
Yeah, and I think you raised a great point, is the fact that get the medical records on your way out of discharge, because just like DD 214, if you happen to lose that once you get out, it does take quite a bit to receive, because you have to go through the National Archives, then you have to search it. I mean, maybe it's updated with the technology nowadays, but I know I've heard multiple veterans talk about how they've ordered their DD-214 and it's taken long, and it's the same thing with medical records. So do your best, get your medical records on your way out. This way you have it in hand. Make a copy for yourself. So once you're ready to send one copy to the VA, you have one copy for your personal records, because once you send that CD, you're not going to see it. Or the documentation, whatever format you receive your medical records. So yeah, key is make sure you get them. There are ways, there's 2 ways to request your medical records from the National Archive, and that is you can either mail a letter, the SF-180, and then if you go to the National Archives.gov website, they have these steps as well. You can mail that letter and they provide the address to you guys, and then you can also fax the letter and then they provide the number to you. So those are 2 ways that you can request to the National Archives for those veterans who did get out and didn't receive your medical records.
Definitely. But again, I'm going to harp on this a lot. Documentation, because you could say something happened all day, but if it's not documented in the VA's eyes or maybe a provider's eyes, it didn't happen. So for yourself, just please, documentation.
Yeah.
Remember, your medical records can be your Bible in the long run. So make sure you get those medical records. Make sure you keep up with those medical records. A lot of times we move around, we pack, we unpack, and we misplace things. But things like your medical records are very important. That's something that you need to know where's located all the time. Your medical records and your DD-214 are 2 things that should always be located in a safe location. And if you need some help figuring out places, maybe some avenues that you can use as far as storing those fireproof safes, little places that you hide, things of that nature, because again, life-changing event could cause you to lose some of that documentation, and it takes a long time to get that out of the archives. So make sure you keep up with those things that you have, because they are important.
So I mean, that's another great topic that you're bringing up. Point is storing. I know me personally, I have my DD-214 in multiple locations. I have it in multiple emails. I have it in safe, multiple different filing systems, obviously secure system, and same thing with my medical records, just because you want to ensure yourself that if something goes wrong with one, storage or one place where you stored it, you have a backup. Again, that was taught to me by some of my NCOs getting out, like, make sure you store in multiple locations, because yes, you can get them through the National Archive, but again, it does take a long time, and you don't want to wait a year to receive that medical record. So store it in multiple different locations, multiple different storage units, units. So like I said, I've stored in multiple different emails. I've done it in a safe box, filing cabinets, all secured though, because they do have personal information. Make an extra copy of CD, 1, 2, 3, however many copies you feel comfortable with, just so you have your own. And yeah, again, we're going to be doing some of these tip of the days, and to help those who are thinking about getting out, veterans who did get out and then are looking for resources. Hopefully these become beneficial for all you. And
we're also going to put, if you go on a drop-down menu, we're going to put where you can go to the National Archives website, so that might help somebody out, make it a little easier for you.
Absolutely.
So continue to send those questions, post those comments. Make sure you share us with all your friends, family, cousins, people you even don't like. Again, we're here to help you.
And definitely, hit that like button, subscribe,
turn on notifications.
Turn on notifications.
And what else?
Share.
Yeah,
That's share.
And we do know some of you guys on the last video have commented about certain, medical conditions or certain experiences in the military, and now you're experiencing certain issues. We will get to you guys. We will reply to those comments, and hopefully these tips of the days will provide more resources and information for you guys as well, and assist you in any way. And again, if you have any other specific questions, looking for anything specific, put it on that comment, and we can definitely post and reply to you guys and assist you guys in any way we can. So like, subscribe,
Share.
And comment.
there you go. We hope to see you guys in the next video. Stay blessed, and thank you all for your service. And for those who haven't served and think about serving, God bless, and thanks for all the support.
Thank you for the support. Definitely thank you for the support.